Hey, it's Nintendo Sony for 2011 here, aka, as always, MannyTendoWolverine. You guys are wrestling Drowser George Champ on the Twitter, Instagram, writing on Odyssey, and any social media platforms that you guys can think of. I know this came out like 3.5 days ago. I still wanted to talk about it, even though it's not one of my all-time favorite games of all time. There's one of them from 2011, 2012, or early 2010s, back when I was like junior, senior in community college at the time. My God, it was Metal Gear Rising. That was like probably the only one that I liked the most because I was a real big fan of hack and slash and fighting games at the time. I still am. You know, kind of toned down on hack and slash stuff nowadays. I don't have as much time to play because I got IRL work and shit I got to do now. Compared to at that time when I was still in college, I still had a lot more time to do that stuff. You know, I still had exams and projects I had to do at the time. Super early 2010s. But anyways, so it says AAA remake confirmed by Studio Metal Gear Solid AAA remake served by Studio remake from Metal Gear Solid 3. This comes from Sean Murray from the game. I haven't read from the game in like a month. So I'm just going to skip the first paragraph, and the second one I'm just going to go straight to. It says, the report once again comes from VGC, aka, Video Games Chronicles, Video Games, Industry.biz, I don't know. Thanks to the use of Faison, hopefully I'm saying that, Faison Xiank, who spotted a LinkedIn profile from the virtuous employee Ziyang Li, who worked as a leader of software engineers at Virtuous between October 2018 and June 2019, has led a 12-person team working on a, quote, unannounced 3A action adventure game remake. I know it's like both these are 3 days old, but I'm still going to talk my overall thoughts. You know, it's pretty big. Before to keep continuing on, I know there's Animal Crossing Nintendo Direct, Animal Crossing Direct, I don't care. I'm sorry, the only reason I talked about it last year because it was a whole big thing, and even though I'm not crazy about politics and shit, it just made that freaking franchise way worse than it was. You know, not every single person who plays it, you know, is into that whole damn Republican bullshit trash, fake bullshit illusion of this world, in my personal opinion. But yeah, I will say this, yeah, any of you guys want to watch the direct thing, links down below if you want to check it out. I haven't watched it at all. But if I do watch it, I'm just going to be bored as hell with it, because Animal Crossing, you know how I feel about it, is just, it's never really attracted me at all to the game. Just, music's literally the only thing I really care for in that game, but hold on, before it keeps going, I don't know if Mr. Hideo Kojima has anything to do with this project. It'd be pretty crazy if he did, but let's move on. So it says, nothing like Lee's LinkedIn profile mentioned either Konami or Metal Gear, but it does say he provided a strong support for the AAA quality level of production, and that he and his team upgraded. He says, quote, the engine should support 4K on certain platforms, says, quote, this may be a very well, might confirm multiple platform release from Metal Gear Solid 3 and a 4K resolutions on the next-gen console for PC. And then there's a tweet here if any of you guys want to check it out yourself. Links down below if you want to check it out. It says, if the profile is accurate, it implies that Metal Gear Solid 3 remake has been in production for quite some time. Plan of a scam to make fake bullshit illusion of the world. That Fraudsky motherfucker. I'm not even gonna get into that because I would get extremely heated if I talk about that shit. This is likely put a damper reductions, but October 2018 still means that this remake has been in the works for 3 years already. We might closer to an official announcement. What do you realize? No, I'm used to typeword. That really doesn't make any sense at all, but I know the tweet was right here. Just give me a little bit of time to read it here. There it is. Thank God it was only 2 seconds. So it says, Virtual Studios, and this comes from Faison Xiank. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm probably butchering that bro bad. Virtual Studios is working on a remake according to his LinkedIn profile, probably Metal Gear Solid 3. Have been reported by Andy Platonics. AAA action adventure remake. Looks like remake 4K for certain platforms. And there it is. Oh, wow. This is a pretty huge ass freaking deal. This is real. I have a feeling it might be like at the younger could say Sussy Baku. But still, it could be real. I don't know. So let's continue on. Earlier this month, VGC, I guess Video Game Chronicle or Games Industry, one of those two. That is. This is reportedly that Konami has a Virtuous Singapore Studios have brought back a fan service of the franchise. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Virtuous seems like Sounds like a solid choice given the studio pass for the remastering, the porting of the Outer Worlds, Dark Souls, and Bioshock. I heard rumors about a year or two ago that Bioshock was going to be a remake remastered or spin-off. That might be fake, might be real. Believe what you want on the internet, friends. I'm not saying you shouldn't, I'm saying you shouldn't. Continue on. Same report also claims that Metal Gear Solid games are coming too, but Metal Gear Solid 3 would lead the charge in the best in gaming series. You have overall thoughts, views, and opinions? Anything here on Twitter, it might not be real, it might be fake. Whether it's leaks or speculations are going to be real for Metal Gear Solid 3. I don't even know if the original actors are going to come back to play the things, unless they're going to have like whole motion capture thing like a lot of modern video games do nowadays. A lot of AAA mainstream video games do a bunch nowadays in every category, and literally every single genre. It's unescapable. You got to mention that at least. One other thing, I'm not sure if this is like a real credited person or credited source. There's a leak like that dude Gus Gollum. He used to butcher a bunch of leaks in Konami, Mr. Hideo Kojima, and the whole Death Stranding thing that happened all the way to like 2018, 2019. After like 3.5 years, I think it was 2018 or 19 when it came out. Pretty sure it might have been 2019. Oh, and completely off the topic, I heard about this a month ago, earlier September. It was a crazy TikTok anime manga cosplayer chick. She ended up sadly self-deleting, not self-deleting herself, but took someone else's life. The nicest way I can say, even though it's not real, nice way I can say that sadly existed from the planes of this existence. Most poetic way I could say sadly. It's unfortunate. The chick is extremely super pretty, she's fine as hell and beautiful, but man, become a solid cold-blooded you know what. EX Marauder. It's extremely sad. Honestly, a waste of potential there, man. They let her get away with it too. You know, she did like 6 or 8 years, and like she has to do 6 or 8 years, like in what's it called, house arrest. That's insane. I think she was from Canada or Europe somewhere. And shout out to another person. I know they're in the LGBTQIA plus community. I don't watch them all the time, but I heard about them once in a while. I think their name was Nathan Grayson. They talked about that unfortunate TikTok news. So it says on Nintendo and Sakurai appear in No More Heroes 3 styles boss fight. If anyone gives you shit for it, we'll tell you responsibility. I guess that was one of that dude's quotes. So anyways, let's continue forward because I got a bunch of shit to say on this. So it says I got a credit's due too. I think it's Ryan Craddock that made this one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna read this whole thing. I might just read half. We'll see. Let's continue. So it says there was a time when Travis Touchdown was considered a good shout out to the spot. I think it was either my senior year of high school or my freshman year of college at the time I played No More Heroes. So I was almost in my early 20s by the time I played this mother effer. And I wasn't a teen anymore, so it felt like it till I was about 21. But, bro, shit looked really, really good. I'm not gonna lie. Had a lot of freaking weeaboo otaku references in there too for anime. Let's move on. It's considered a good shout for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster, while he technically did make his way to the game's Mii Fighter costume. The real collab has ended up appearing in No More Heroes 3. As for those who have played the game, already know that No More Heroes 3 has a number of special matches which change up the game's usual formula, often taking characteristics of the game's genres or specific, well-known titles and spoiling the game for anyone who's already finished to head back to safety for light. Final boss is very reminiscent of Super Smash Bros. It turns out Nintendo was completely on board. I had no idea. My interview with Silk Rona, creator Suda51, explains that Nintendo Smash Bros. Director Series, Mr. Masato Sakurai, we just saw him last week for the last final time. When I see him in another 3 or 5 years, if they decide to make another Smash Bros. Game, I'll be okay with them. They may try out Touchdown or another Kid Icarus game if he doesn't make Smash Bros. But whatever. My own humble opinion. So, let's listen more. So, as for Smash Bros., this kind of thing is a different story. Actually, I wrote that up kind of screwing around. It mainly started as a joke. I was going to say, okay, we're going to have an FU Travis take each on each other in a sumo-style fight, and hey, let's make it in Smash Bros. Style. I wrote it as a total rip-off of the Smash Bros. Style as we started developing it. When I saw it coming into shape, I thought it might be a problem because it was really a Smash Brosy. It really, really was close to the actual game. I decided to change it or completely get rid of it altogether. That's his words, not mine. I'm just a reading here. I'm just a messenger. Don't take me out. But let's continue. Before I did that, I actually went out to spoke at Nintendo to the people at Nintendo, said what I thought. I was kind of surprised, and they told me, no, don't do it. Well, no, do it. Go for it. We think it's really cool, and that's it. That it's better like this. If anyone gives you shit for it, take responsibility for it. Oh, like I said at the beginning of the article. Did they really leave that there on purpose or by accident? The writer and the script producer that makes these little, like, freaking video game news articles, journalists, everyone was a fucking numb. Let's continue. I'm not going to get mad for it. It's fine. Sakurai himself and said, it's cool. You have my blessing. Go for it. I was like, really? Are you sure this is okay? And they were like, no, definitely go for it. Okay. They already said that part. Nintendo told me that. Did they do a typo? They wrote the same freaking sentence twice? Let's move on. Nintendo told me basically to rip them off as much as I could, and that's how the boss fights came to be. I started off as kind of a stupid joke, and the people who mattered had happened to like it, not only supported it, but requested it in to keep it in. The last part here, you can see the hype for itself in the video below. A 20-minute KMR, but be warned, the clip features a lot of bad profanity, obscenity languages. You can read the rest of Silk full interview with Suda51 here. And you guys can read that shit yourself. Overall thoughts, views, and opinions. And then the funny Travis Touchdown, No More Heroes was in there. I only played the first one. I never played the second and third one. I really wish I did, because I've seen some of the Let's Plays for the second and third one. They look hilarious. Shout out, I know he's a big giant channel, Little Gamers Playground. I usually watch a lot of his stuff on that channel. It's a really good ass channel. If you want to check that stuff out, if no one's ever going to have millions of billions of dollars to play for a single video game in the world, very few people in this world will. I know I won't. Because I heard the GTA like remake or remaster for Liberty City is going to be $75. 70 fucking $5 or 70. I'm not shocked about it at all. That's all I got to say for now. I'm out of your links to description down below. Try to sign. And that's it. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, families, fans, as well as tacos, dinks, commodities. I'll see you when I see you every day, every night, wherever you're out there. So you know if you can just including either in ministry news, Twitter, Fishy, TikTok, drama news, celebrity gossip news, BS, DC comic news, and yeah, that's it. Reaction videos once in a while. Peace out, ladies and bye. See you on the flip side. Deuces and gone. Stay safe, stay awesome, everyone. And that pretty much covers it. Goodbye.